Good evening, everyone. It is Tuesday, May 9th. This is QQ Nub Gaming coming at you, and we've got a whole new week of deals, and it didn't seem like there was a ton going on in the game universe, but we do have a lot of good deals going on right now. So one of the first things I wanted to start out with is explain a little bit about why I do this. This is mainly for I do it actually a lot for parents because I have friends who have kids who spend money on these games all the time, and generally they spend $65 on games, and I think that's a lot to spend on a game, especially when you can get them for really good deals when they're on sale. So I do this a lot for them, but anybody who's kind of interested in what's going on in the game world, what events that are going on in games, and what deals are happening. So I want to start out with Stardock here. So Stardock is a really interesting company, and they were doing things that nobody else was doing during a time where all the game companies were locking everything down. Some of you who watch this might be too young to remember, but there was a period of time where you could only install a game once, and after you install it, sorry, you can't install it again. You had to call somebody, or you had to jump through hoops, or you had to do something to unlock the ability to buy a game. And to me, it's criminal to do that. And companies were able to do it, and a lot of companies did it, and it was very good. Stardock at that time was the only company that was going in the reverse. They hated all of this DRM, or the digital rights management, and they started releasing games completely 100% free of DRM. And their belief was that they could give you really good value by having you buy the game. So one of the things they did is they incentivized you to buy the game and have a unique key and attach it to your account by giving you in-game goodies or free DLCs or things of that nature. But the only way you got it is by registering the CD to your account. Now, anybody could theoretically pirate or hack the game or download it or upload it somewhere, but they continued to do it despite what everyone else was doing. Not only that, they were wildly successful at it. So oftentimes I would just buy their games because I agreed with their principles and their philosophy on how they treated their paying customers. So this is a great segue into this game. Right now, into this company, they're having a 75% sale on Green Man. And some of these games are awesome games, especially if you like real-time strategy games or 4X games, space games, the fantasy games. Two of the most notable here are this Galactic Civilizations 3 and Fallen Enchantress. So I own Galactic Civilizations 3, I own Fallen Enchantress, I own Sorcerer King, I had Galactic Civilizations 1 and 2, Sins of a Solar Empire, what else? Yeah, I pretty much buy everything that they put out there. The games are great. They're a lot of fun. They're pretty polished, and right now they've got some good deals going on here. Personally, I think is a very worthy company to be buying anything from anyhow, just because of their stance on how they treat their customers. So anyhow, it's weird. The prices didn't update till I actually clicked there, but anyhow, they have it up to 75% off sale right now. Moving on, we'll go to Batman. Batman, we talked about this last week. It's still on sale. I don't know how much longer it's going to be on sale, but I'm imagining it's not that much longer. Oh, it's franchise of the month. So it looks, maybe this is an all month thing. I have not seen this particular franchise of the month sale thing going on, but that's great. These are some of the lowest prices I've ever seen. These Batman games are a great series. I would recommend picking them up. Let's talk about Prey. So there's been a lot of buzz about Prey going on. It's a top seller everywhere. I actually I had a demo version of it on the Xbox that I played, and it was funny. My son was totally creeped out just by the music. and the music is really good to it. The graphics are good. The gameplay's pretty good, and it's definitely a creepy game. It's what is it, $10-15 off on Green Man right now. So if it's a brand new game, $47.99 is a pretty darn good price for this game. I would recommend picking this up if you have any interest in it. It's a really cool game. Then I came across this Black Death game. This looked really interesting as well. I have not played it, but I looked at it because I might be getting some free keys that I'm going to be handing out, and this was one of them to this game. So I was just checking it out. It looks like a really interesting medieval fantasy game when the plague's rolling in and you have to survive. Right now, I don't know what it is, but I'm really into this whole medieval thing. I've been watching medieval movies and TV shows and things of that nature. So I like this sort of game, and looks interesting. So next is Eve. Now, I've not talked about Eve yet. I am a fan of this game. I am not good at this game. There are lots of people who play it and they're really into the PvP. I am not. I've never been really into PvP. This game, it's like a competitive sport in this game, and you can see some of the videos that people make that are crazy. And the game is just extremely deep. It's very cool. The ships are cool, the depth is cool, and they've recently, I'd say within the last 6 months, I can't remember exactly, but they essentially made it free to play. They have something they call Alpha and Omega clones. The Alpha clones give you a whole lot more of the gameplay than what it did previous to that. Omega is for subscriptions. It essentially unlocks everything. Anyhow, they just released this new update today. It's called the Blood Raider Shipyards, and apparently they're changing the AI. They've also added some Titans for the Blood Raiders, which they hadn't had before, and then they also have some new graphics for the suns around the universe. The universe is amazing. It looks beautiful. It's just, they've done a really great job, and it's really immersive, and this is just yet another thing that they added. I think they recently added more varied explosions. The explosions in this game, like ship explosions, are out of this world. If you could imagine in your head what it would be like for a ship, a big, massive, however powered ship that had, warp capabilities would explode, this is how you would imagine it. It's very cool. They just redid it. It looks good. It sounds good. It's a very cool game. Along those lines, they're having their 14th anniversary, and their little giveaways aren't quite as good as some of the other game companies are, but they do them. And this year they're giving away some skins and some firework launchers, and that goes, it looks like, until May 23rd, so you can grab that. Let's move on to Steam. So, we have this game here, this Warhammer 40,000 Space Wolf. This looked really interesting to me. It looked kind of like an RTS, a turn-based 4X something in the Warhammer universe, but it also incorporated cards. And it's interesting because I don't necessarily like the card games, but I think I kind of like this hybrid. It just looks cool the way they've done it. And the mythology around it and the artwork around it. So this game looks actually pretty cool. And right now it's $8.99. It's an early access game, so expect some bugs, whatnot. The next one is Thea: The Awakening. This is again, it's a very similar 4X turn-based tactical game, but it uses cards too. And the artwork in this game is equally as amazing. It has a really interesting skill tree. It's got crafting. The overland world movement is really cool. So this one looks good. And it's $9.99. It's 50% off. Again, a good deal. The last Steam game I wanted to talk about is Stellaris. It is, again, it's a 4X game. Turn-based strategy, galactic conquering sort of world in the vein of Master of Orion. or Sins of a Solar Empire, or even Galactic Civilization that we talked about earlier. It's a similar game. It's their take on it. It's on sale on Steam for $23.99, $24. But this is what I wanted to show you that's interesting. The Humble Bundle monthly subscription that costs $12 for the month, you get Stellaris for free with that subscription. And on top of it, you get, let's see, where's the May? You get all these other games. Now, generally with the subscription here, they give you a really good game, and then they throw in a bunch of other little indie games or smaller games. So again, $12 for Stellaris alone is a really good price. Plus, you get all these other games. I know personally this Inside game is a cool, interesting game. I'm not sure about these other ones. I just don't know. I'm not really a driver game type of guy, so I know Dirt Rally for those kinds of games. It's a good game. It's just not my thing. But anyhow, for $12, it's a really darn good deal. All right, let's take a look at Xbox. So the Division's on sale and the Division Gold's on sale. Division's a pretty good game. I bought it when it very first came out, and I spent way too much money on it. I never should have spent. I think I bought the game and then whatever the season pass, the deluxe version was. So I spent a lot of money on it, and I don't think at the time it was worth it. For $36 having everything, I think that's probably worth it. Excuse me, Saints Row has got a sale right now. If you haven't played any of those are fun games. The other one that I noticed is Mass Effect. I talked about Mass Effect before, and I have play sessions of it. I have the co-op sessions. I'm still playing it. In fact, it's a pretty good game. The deluxe edition for $41.99 is a great deal. So if you're waiting out for a sale for Mass Effect, you're not going to find probably a better price until Christmas. So this is a great time to pick that up. The other thing I wanted to bring up is Quake. So this Quake Champions, I'm involved in the beta right now, and I actually have 3 keys to give away. So I'm going to give those keys away to a subscriber who comments on this video. So if you're interested in having a beta key, the next closed beta, it says starts on the 12th. Now, I got these keys right before the last one, which I think started on the 7th and ended, I think, on Sunday, maybe yesterday. Either way, I think these keys will still work. I'm not certain because it wasn't specific, so I'm giving them away. It's not costing you anything, but please subscribe and please comment. And the first 3 people who comment and that are subscribers, I will send you an email with those keys. I'm not promising that they're going to work. They should work. And like I said, May 12th is the next beta. And that's really about it. There wasn't a whole lot more going on as far as events go and games. I'll keep an eye out for anything. And like always, please click on the links below. To Green Man right now is the only affiliate link that I have, and clicking on them, and when you buy things through them, it actually helps support this channel and helps me continue doing this. And hopefully you guys are finding some of this stuff helpful, and you're taking advantage of some of these deals, and I'll continue to do it. Until next time.